Okay, we'll go to Shri when you're ready. Hi,
Hi, Helen. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Uh, I'm doing better than before the satsang
Yeah.
started. But I've been having very strong sensations. I'm terrified about something. I'm trying to do contemplation to find out what it's about, but I'm just so overwhelmed. Um, just very terrified.
So there's a lot of fear. Can you just let that fear happen in your body? And that's not an absolute thing. There's no here I'm allowing it and here I'm not. Can you allow it as much as you can right now? So just giving the fear permission to exist, even though you don't like it and would rather it not be there, just admitting, of course, it is there right now. So can you kind of say to it, come on in and sit down and welcome? I know it's the last thing we want to do with fear, but pushing it away isn't helping. So let's see if we can open up to it and just gently, gently, it's okay, you're here. You can give me any message you need to. I'm going to let you be. I'm going to let you exist inside my body for a while. How does that feel?
Um, I've been trying to do that since um, for a while now, but uh, maybe unconsciously I'm blocking it because I am suffering. So I'm like, what is allowing? I'm thinking and
What's
I'm allowing it, but
what's the evidence that you're suffering? I know that's a weird
I'm
question.
I'm very restless. I'm not able to focus on work. I'm feeling deep sadness. Um,
Is that
and
enough
the
evidence that you're suffering, though? There's sadness, there's restlessness, there's fear. Are you suffering? Because we have to really, if we believe, if we hold on to this idea that the presence of this fear is making us suffer, then we'll be pushing against it because we want to stop suffering. But suffering is not the same as having some kind of emotion going on. So we can be at peace and also scared. It can be really peaceful and also sad. They don't have to be uh, one or the other. So just asking this question with me, am I actually suffering? Like we would just sitting with this question, you and me now, am I really suffering? Let's see what happens.
sensations.
There's sensations, yeah? Are you suffering? The body is feeling these things. We're not denying that. We just want to be clear if you're suffering.
And there's some external noise.
Yeah?
Feel a lot of energy in my body.
Yep, a lot of energy moving. Am I suffering?
My breath is going slower.
Yeah. You're doing really well. Let's stay with this question.
Just certain thoughts saying I have so much work to do and I'm not able to focus on work.
They're just thoughts, yeah. Let's go back to the question, am I suffering?
My body temperature changing. It's really warm.
Yeah. Am I actually suffering?
Still feel a lot of energy movement in my body.
Yep. Is your body more relaxed or less relaxed than when we started?
It is it is I wouldn't say it's relaxed, but I feel it's allowing the energy to flow.
Yeah. So can you see the problem has never been the fear or the energy or the sadness. It's been that your body's experiencing this idea that you're suffering. Your body's reflecting this idea that you're suffering. And that as soon as we question that, naturally things get allowed and it can flow and begin to shift around and move as they need to.
I think also because I was not sure what allowing means.
Yeah, that's okay. But you kind of got a sense of that, right? It's still there and it's moving, but it's not bothering me in the same way without this idea that I'm suffering, I'm affected by it. Me, the emptiness. Can I really be suffering it from what's going on? And of course, we're compassionate to the body. We want it to feel better, and we're not denying it feels a certain way. Just getting clear that it's not us that's actually suffering. Thought says, this is really affecting me and I can't do this work. But as you continue with the question, it's just going to become clear that eventually you can walk around work and do anything while some emotions coming up. Really, if we don't label them, there are just a lot of sensations going on in the body, we could say.
But
Some we
when I see the formlessness, I don't see any kind of sensations or vibrations. I don't feel anything. But where is it suddenly changing in the body?
ask me that again. Where is it changing in the body? Did you say?
Like when I see the form and the formlessness, right? It's the same thing. It's just using this body as a vessel to express. I don't see any kind of vibrations in the formlessness. It's so stagnant. But where is this all these sensations coming from?
Because it kind of is its nature as the formlessness, it's not vibrating, as the form it is. And the vibration is always moving, isn't it? A vibration is always moving. It's emotion. That's the nature of a vibration. But when we're believing an idea, when there's a lot of attention on one idea, that kind of stops the movement. And that's what that tension is and that restlessness. You can feel something wants to move. So the moment that we begin to question that idea, am I suffering? It can begin to, it's like, used the analogy before of holding a ball, a big beach ball under the water. It takes a lot of energy. So the moment you stop doing that, it can begin to move again.
Resistance is causing.
Yeah. It's is totally still, no vibration at all as the emptiness. And then when it's in when it appears as a form, it's constantly in motion. Emotion is energy in motion. Yeah, but all sensations are, the energy is always moving through the system. We only notice it when it gets stuck somewhere and it feels bad because it wants to move. It's very dynamic.
And it's always in the chest region. Is there a reason why?
Usually because the ideas we're believing are about ourselves, about our lovability and all of that, in sort of the heart chakra area, doubting ourselves, criticizing ourselves, all of that. So tonight,
Thank you.
here, this particular conversation, probably the thoughts that were going on around it before, where I'm doing something wrong, I can't allow this to move. Immediately self-judgmental thoughts. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Makes sense. Thank you, Helen.
Thank you.